Hello, I'm John from FitKit Systems. I'm going to show you how to use the fit stick, which we can use for multiple measurements of a bike, both a standard bike and also a size cycle. And we can use it for measuring saddle height, handlebar drop, seat tube angle, and a number of other measurements along the bike. Firstly, a little orientation to the fit stick. We've got the standard 4-foot level. We've got the start of the seat height measurement being either the pedal spindle prong or the bottom bracket pin. We have a drop caliper which will slide along the level and the pin which will come up and down. We can also remove this simply by squeezing it together, and we can take this right out, or we can bring it back and snap it back into place. Likewise, if we want to take the top slide off, we can bring that down, drop the pin down, and we can take this top slide right off as well. So we can actually de-accessorize it. With the mini box level, if you take a hand behind it and flex it, you'll find you can pop this right out as well, and so you can use that directly onto a bike to measure a seat tube angle, for example, or add it to the saddle tilt tool. It's got a little groove to put it back in, locate the groove there, squeeze, it'll pop back in and slide backwards and forward. On the angle gauge, if you want to, you can take it out and you can relocate it to a different part of the level. If you want it in a different section, it will get blocked by the built-in bubble levels, so it's not going to slide past those. Saddle height. There's two ways we can measure saddle height, either from the pedal spindle or from the centre of the bottom bracket. To measure from centre of bottom bracket, we make sure this pin is locked into the prong. You can move the drop caliper out of the way, insert the pin into a hollow in the bottom bracket, and bring the top plate down to the saddle. You can choose whether you're measuring a set distance back from the nose or a certain width of the saddle. I will typically just line up over the seat post. So holding that there, pressing this down, we can then take that off and just read off the scale to see what the saddle height is. The second method of measuring saddle height is to go from the pedal spindle, which is the FitKit method. To do that, we pull out and pull back the bottom bracket pin, exposing the prong for the pedal spindle. That inserts down on the end of the pedal crank. Again, we slide the saddle plate up and bring it down over the seat post. If the drop pin's in the way, we can just get that out of the way and get our level right. Press that down, make sure the saddle level is vertical, and then again take off, and we can just read off here the saddle height. So handlebar drop, measuring from top of saddle to top of handlebar, typically right next to the stem. We place the stick across the saddle. If we make sure the pin is already deeper than what the actual drop is, slide that out at an elevation, and then we can just press down on the level until the bubble here indicates that the level is horizontal, and then we can read off the saddle to bar drop here through the siding hole. If the handlebars are higher than the saddle, we can just bring this back to the other end and then set this on the saddle and do the same procedure. Additional measurements. We can also use the fit stick to measure some of the length measurements on the bike. The stick is calibrated from 0 either at the end of the pedal prong or with the bottom bracket pin inserted. So I'll typically use the end of the pedal prong. We can measure a direct measure from centre of handlebar to saddle nose. We can measure from hood trough to saddle nose. We can use the tool to set up a fit bike in terms of saddle forward and back by determining an initial seat tube angle, by resting the base of the stick on the pedal spindle, lining up the tool through the bottom bracket to the centre of the saddle rail, turning the digital angle gauge on. I can see here the current theoretical seat tube angle is 72.5 degrees. So if I want to make that a little steeper, I can wind the fit bike forward and come up with a steeper seat tube angle. So that's the fit stick. I hope you can see plenty of use for it in terms of measuring either saddle height, handlebar drop, seat tube angle, and some of the linear distances between handlebars and saddle that you might be using in a bike fit. Thank you very much.